chosen one, do not scroll past this. Heaven is speaking not through signs, not through dreams, but directly, right now. This is not a coincidence. This is the final call from the throne of the Most High. The Archangel Michael is not whispering, he is roaring at your door, and his voice is shaking the unseen realms. If you walk away now, you risk walking away from the very hand of God. But hear this first. Heaven is not reaching for you to frighten you. God is not chasing you to condemn you. He is calling because he loves you and because your soul is too valuable to be lost in silence. 10 seconds, 10 heartbeats. That's all that stands between you and what heaven has been preparing since before you were born. The Spirit is stirring. You feel it deep in your chest, that weight, that pull, that ache you couldn't name. That wasn't anxiety, that wasn't imagination, that was heaven knocking. That was the voice of the Almighty saying, "Return to me, for I have chosen you." Isaiah 44:22. And if a part of you feels tired, skeptical, unsure, know this: God is not offended by your weariness. He has seen how long you've carried questions without answers, prayers without replies, faith without reassurance. The angels have watched you wander. They've seen your tears, your doubts, the nights you couldn't sleep. And still, they've waited, because this moment was always coming. Every delay, every heartbreak, every closed door has led to this holy intersection in time. This is not random. This is divine appointment. God never forces a soul. Heaven always invites before it warns. What you are sensing now is not pressure, it is mercy, reaching out one last time. But hear this clearly: the gates of heaven do not remain open forever. This is the final invitation. Michael himself has declared, if they turn away now, the miracle will pass to another. Do not miss what was meant for you. The same God who parted the Red Sea is stretching out his hand toward you. But if you hesitate, that hand will return into the clouds. Your name, your purpose will not wait forever. Pause for just a moment. Let your spirit breathe. This is not a performance. This is not a test. This is a meeting between you and the God who has never stopped watching over you. Now, as you stand at the edge of destiny, I ask you, are you ready to receive what heaven has kept for you? If you are, type Amen in the comments as a sign of surrender, as a bold declaration that you are stepping into your God-given purpose. And don't leave. Stay until the end. We're closing with a powerful prayer that could change the course of your life. Stop. Right now. Let everything else fade. What you're feeling isn't fear, it's awakening. That cold wave running across your skin, the pull in your chest, that ache in your soul that you've never been able to name, that's not anxiety, it's recognition. Your spirit remembers what your mind has forgotten. It remembers the voice of the one who formed you. It remembers the sound of heaven. This moment isn't ordinary. It's not random. It's not just another video. No, this is divine alignment. The veil is lifting and heaven is speaking. The Lord, your God, says, I never left you. I never abandoned you. I was always near. Deuteronomy 31:6. You couldn't always feel him. You couldn't always hear him, but he never turned his face from you. So he sent angels. He sent signs. And now he sends this message not to scare you, but to rescue you, because your soul has been in danger of forgetting who you really are. You've made it to the final doorway, just one step forward, and your life will never be the same. That weight in your chest, that tightening behind your eyes, that's not emotion, it's truth entering. Your tears are a response to recognition. Your spirit knows this is the moment it's been waiting for. Somewhere along the way, they tried to tell you this was all in your imagination, that the signs, the feelings, the dreams meant nothing, but they were wrong. Heaven was knocking all along. God was reaching, heaven's defender was fighting, and now everything has led to this. You are not here by accident. Listen, they prayed you would hear this. They begged heaven to reach you. Someone who loved you and was lost, someone you think about in silence, interceded for this moment. They saw what was coming and pleaded with heaven not to let it pass you by. And now, you're here. You wonder why life has felt delayed, why everything good seemed just out of reach, why doors slammed when they should have opened, why your heart kept breaking the same way over and over again. It wasn't rejection, it was redirection. The Lord held back what you prayed for because He knew what you didn't. You weren't denied, you were being positioned. The delay was the mercy of God in disguise. He waited until you were strong enough to carry what He had already prepared. For everything, there is a season, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to break down and a time to build up. Ecclesiastes 3:1. 3. Now the time has come to build. But there's a warning. The defender of heaven warns, if they walk away now, the gates will close, the blessing will be reassigned, the miracle will move on, and they will spend years searching for what heaven offered in a single moment. That's why you couldn't look away. That's why your soul refused to scroll. You didn't choose this moment, it summoned you, and your spirit said yes before your fingers ever clicked. You've been carrying weights no one saw. You've battled demons no one knew about. You smiled through storms and kept walking with wounds no one ever treated. But God saw every silent cry, every lonely night, every unfair betrayal. You have kept count of my tossings, put my tears in your bottle. Are they not in your book? Psalm 56:8. And today, God says, I will reward what was hidden. I will heal what was broken. I will restore what they tried to bury. But there is darkness circling. Someone has been speaking against you, in secret, behind smiles, behind handshakes. Their words, like venom, have shaped the shadows around your name. You suspected, you felt it, but everyone told you it was all in your head. It wasn't. Michael saw it. Heaven recorded it, and now the scroll has been opened. But do not fear the truth. It's not here to shame you. It's here to set you free. Yes, it may shake your foundation. Yes, it may sting. But after the shaking comes peace. After the exposure comes clarity. The storm doesn't come to destroy you, it comes to clear the path. You were right to doubt what didn't feel right. You were right to question what seemed off. Your instincts were divine. That inner knowing was never just emotion, it was revelation. Now heaven says, no more secrets, no more shadows. It's time to see clearly. Think about this. Why does your body feel like it's vibrating while you listen? Why does the unseen suddenly feel so real? Because the realm between worlds is pressing against your soul. Because everything is changing. You are standing in a spiritual doorway, 1 foot in what was, and 1 foot in what could be. This is the divine intersection. This is the shift. Heaven's defender has taken position. This is not an attack, it's an act of protection. The hand of God is stretched again, but it cannot remain open forever. The floodgates of heaven are trembling. They've been held back, waiting for you to arrive, and now the rain is ready to fall, but only if you stay, only if you believe, only if you say, yes. This is your moment. This is your miracle. This is what they didn't want you to see. The enemy is circling. They know your blessing is near. That's why the attacks increased. That's why your mind felt heavy. That's why you almost gave up. They hoped you would, but you didn't. You're still here, still standing, and that alone is proof of your calling. Remember, the greater the attack, the greater the assignment. The deeper the pain, the higher the purpose. Chosen ones don't walk easy roads, they walk anointed ones. Your suffering was not wasted, it was preparation. After you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace will himself restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you. 1 Peter 5:10. God is not just healing you, he's establishing you. But there's one more thing you must hear. They tried to steal your promise in your sleep, while you were unaware, while your guard was down. But heaven said, no more. That's why this message came now. Not next week, not tomorrow, now. The angels have drawn their swords, the heavens are on alert. Your miracle is being released, but only if you don't miss it. You are one breath away from what eternity wrote in your name. This is your final heartbeat before breakthrough or delay. If you feel your chest tighten, if you feel the weight pressing in, that's not fear, that's alignment. That's your soul, standing in the exact place it was created to be. You were born for this. Before you were formed in your mother's womb, God already called you chosen. Your name was etched into the book of light, but life tried to erase it. Pain tried to silence it. People tried to convince you otherwise. But God never changed his mind. The gifts and the calling of God are irrevocable. Romans 11:29. And now that calling is waking up again. Heaven's defender says, the time is now. If they stay, their eyes will open. If they walk away, they may miss the miracle heaven had prepared. But if they stay, their name will remain tied to heaven's promise. This is not hype. This is holy. This is sacred. This is truth. If you've ever felt like everything was against you, if you've ever wondered why nothing worked out even when you tried your best, if you've ever questioned whether God really sees you, this is your answer. He does. He always has. And now, the heavens wait. Will you walk through this door, or will you let what was meant for you be taken by someone else? Chosen one, listen. The angels are watching. God is speaking. The moment is sacred, and your name is being whispered in the courts of heaven. This is not just another word. This is the word. And it was written for you. What you're sensing right now isn't anxiety, it's your spirit waking up. That sudden chill, that thundering heartbeat, that is heaven making contact. The veil is thinning, the realm between the seen and unseen is trembling, and your name has been spoken in the courts of glory. This moment was not planned by you, it was orchestrated by the Almighty. You have stepped into a divine appointment. The guardian of the gate leans in and says, remain, for the rescue is near. Why do you feel this urgency? Why does your chest tighten? Because your spirit recognizes that something sacred is unfolding. This is the answer to your prayer. You asked for a sign. You asked for confirmation. And heaven has answered louder than your doubts. God declares, I am not the God of confusion. I am the God of truth. 1 Corinthians 14:33. Today, he is stripping away every false face, every hidden agenda, every lie whispered behind your back. No mask can hide from divine light. What was disguised is about to be exposed. You wondered who you could trust. You prayed for clarity. Now it comes, not in a whisper, but in a roar. Angels surround you. You may not see them, but their presence weighs in the air. They are not watching passively, they are waiting. If you stay, they will act. If you turn away, they will stand down. This is the moment that separates the before from the after. The angel of light leans close and says, Beloved, this message is not optional, it is essential. Your miracle depends on it. Your future is in the balance. You've cried out, "When will my breakthrough come? When will the silence end?" God replies, "Now, but only if you believe, only if you stay." The delay you faced was never denial, it was divine preparation. Heaven had to fortify your heart so it could carry the weight of glory. And now you are ready. That is why the message reached you today. Not yesterday, not next week, today. You're still here. That means your soul has ears to hear. That means your spirit is leaning in, and heaven's defender smiles. Because when so many would have walked away, you remained. And because you remained, what was sealed is being opened. Secrets about your future, about your family, about promises buried beneath pain. They are rising now, surfacing not to harm you, but to free you. Heaven is not whispering anymore. Heaven is roaring. The voice from the realm of fire declares, "This is the final call before the page turns." This decision will echo beyond your life. If you stay, your bloodline will rise. If you leave, your name will be erased from the blessing. Yes, it is that serious. Your ancestors are watching. Your future children are waiting, and heaven is holding its breath. That pressure you're feeling, it's not fear. It's destiny pressing on your soul. This is why life has felt so heavy, why you felt displaced, unsettled, because heaven was aligning things behind the scenes, because the time has come. The guardian of the gate proclaims, "The war is almost over. You're closer to victory than you think. But beware, the enemy strikes hardest at the edge of breakthrough." That is why the attacks have multiplied. That is why betrayals have cut so deep. That is why everything felt delayed. It wasn't weakness, it was proximity. You are near the door. And now the door is opening. You are tired, God knows. You've prayed through clenched teeth. You've fought battles with tears as your only weapon. You've asked, "Why me? Why this?" And the answer comes, because you are chosen, because only you can carry this assignment. Your story isn't just for you. It's for every soul who will find freedom through your testimony. That's why the resistance was relentless. That's why the warfare was generational. Listen again. A counterfeit connection is blocking your clarity. Heaven will soon expose what was hidden behind affection. Their smiles are lies. Their words are snares. Heaven has seen it. The angel of light has already drawn his sword, but the angels cannot act without your agreement. If you ignore this warning, you will walk straight into their trap. But if you stay, their plan will collapse before it touches you. This is divine mercy. God is revealing what was hidden, not to shame you, but to shield you. He always sends a warning before the storm. He always sends angels before the shadow strikes, but he will never force your will. This message isn't a command, it's a gift, a door. But a door only opens if you choose to walk through it. This is the dividing line. One side is pain, betrayal, delay. The other is healing, abundance, and peace. The door stands open for now. Heaven's defender says, "Step through, or it will close, and this moment will not return." Pause. Do you feel that shift, that weight in the air? That isn't your imagination. It's heaven leaning in. It's your angels drawing close. It's Michael's wings brushing your soul. The prayers you thought were forgotten are being answered now. God says, "I heard you when you whispered in the dark. I saw you when you broke, but kept walking. I counted every tear, and now I respond not with words, but with power, with healing, with miracles." But you must stay, because the final part of this message carries the key. Look back. Think of every moment you should have been broken but weren't. Every time you escaped what should have destroyed you. That wasn't luck. That was divine covering. That was Michael's sword. That was the Father's hand. And if he carried you this far, he will not let go now. But he needs you awake, aware, because there's something in your family line, a truth buried in silence, a secret someone kept from you. One who passed away saw it, they even tried to warn in their final moments, but no one listened. Now heaven speaks. The celestial warrior says, the secret will rise, and when it does, everything will shift. You're still here. That means you're stronger than the storm. That means you're ready to face what others fear. The angels are smiling, because when the chosen stay until the end, heaven releases everything. And heaven is ready now. Beloved, hear this. Something in the spirit realm is shifting. Can you feel it? This is not just another day, not just another word. You have stepped into a prophetic window, and the next 14 days are not like the ones before. They are marked by divine orchestration. Encounters you can't explain. Signs that speak directly to your soul. Doors that once mocked you with their silence will now swing wide. But hear this, with the breakthrough comes a test, and not just any test. One designed to pull you backward, to drag you into what God has already called you out of. The enemy has studied your patterns. He knows what tempted you before. He knows the faces that trigger old wounds. He knows exactly what to use to make you question the promise. But you must not look back. Not now. You are not who you used to be. The wilderness version of you has died. What stands now is someone refined by fire and ready for overflow. The guardian of the gate declares, their name is already written in heaven's book. Their destiny cannot be stolen unless they surrender it. And tonight, the decision is being written into eternity. Will you step forward into overflow or shrink back into emptiness? Heaven already knows the answer. Why? Because you stayed. Because you refused to give up. Because your spirit said yes when your mind was flooded with fear. Beloved, do you realize what it means that you are still here? It means your soul has spoken before your mouth did. It means heaven has received your silent agreement. And now the time has come. The floodgates are ready to open. What was delayed will be delivered. What was stuck will start moving. The guardian of the gate whispers, this is the moment the enemy feared. The second heaven had circled in red, because they stayed, because they believed. Look around you. The atmosphere is shifting. Angels are closer than you think. You may not see them, but they are leaning in, watching your next decision. And your faith? It has already rearranged things in the spirit. The pressure is lifting. A strange peace is entering. That is not coincidence. That is confirmation. Heaven never plays with your heart. Every word spoken here is a seed, and if it falls on open ground, it will grow into something supernatural. But if you close your spirit, if fear wins, the seed will die before it takes root. That is why heaven's defender keeps shouting, stay, stay until the end, don't stop now. God is revealing something urgent about your path. There is a choice coming, one that seems small, but carries weight beyond what you can see. If you act without prayer, without discernment, it could reroute years of destiny. But if you walk in step with heaven, it will accelerate what was promised. This is the crossroad, and heaven pulled you here because you must not miss it. The angel of light says, they were never alone. Not in the silence, not in the sorrow. We were always there. That moment you wanted to give up, they caught you. That night you broke down, they surrounded you. That time you almost gave in, they held you. And that is why you're still breathing. That is why you're still here, because heaven would not let go. But hear this, not everyone around you is for you. Someone close is masking themselves well. They smile, but their spirit resists your elevation. Their energy delays your flow. Their presence poisons your peace, and heaven is saying, release them or remain stuck. This is not cruelty, this is divine protection. God will not pour into contaminated vessels. He blesses what is aligned with truth. Do you feel that burning in your chest right now? That moment of clarity where a name or a face flashes across your spirit? That is not imagination, that is discernment. Heaven is confirming what your soul already suspected. The celestial warrior tone turns sharp now. If they refuse to act, if they cling to what is draining them, the miracle will move on. But if they release it, I will command a flood of blessings that cannot be contained. This is the test. This is the moment courage is required. This is where everything turns. Don't be afraid to let go. What's meant for you cannot be stolen. What God has written for your name is sealed in heaven. You are not losing. You are making room. Room for peace. Room for restoration. Room for divine appointments. And do you know what happens when you obey? The angels move. The heavens shift. The angel of light swings his sword and cuts ties you didn't even know existed. Suddenly, delays dissolve. Resources appear. Healing breaks forth. Love is restored. And the peace of God covers you like a garment. This is what God has been building toward. Now hear this. The next 7 days will carry confirmation. You will see patterns. You will hear phrases that echo what you're hearing now. The number 7 will appear again and again. Names you forgot will resurface. Dreams will come with clarity. These are not random. These are signs that you have aligned. Most people would have stopped watching. Most would have ignored the tug. But not you. You stayed. And because you stayed, heaven says, now we can trust them. Now we can release the final part. Someone you loved, someone whose absence still aches, is here in this moment. They begged for this message to reach you. They pleaded that heaven open a window, and heaven said, yes. That chill on your skin, that feeling like someone is in the room, it's because they are. A heavenly witness connected to your past is still interceding on your behalf. Though unseen, their love helped open this moment. This isn't sorrow, this is healing. Let the tears fall, let your heart break open, because through those cracks, the light of heaven is pouring in. They want you to know, they carried your name with them. They saw the future God wrote for you, and it is radiant, and now they are here to make sure you step into it. The celestial warrior says, this is holy ground. This is the revelation they fought to deliver. Do not turn away now. This is the word that breaks the chains. This is the moment destiny remembers your name. And you are still here, which means everything is about to change. Something sacred is unfolding, and the veil between heaven and earth is thinner than it's ever been. Do you feel it? The quiet in the air, the pressure in your chest, the sudden shiver rushing across your skin that is not imagination, that is eternity leaning into your timeline. This is the moment when the heavens lower themselves just enough to whisper, don't let go, don't miss what has been prepared for you. The celestial warrior voice comes like thunder now. The gates are open, but not forever. The hand of God is extended, but if it is rejected, it will withdraw. This is not a casual moment. This is a divine alert. This is why you were pulled here, why your eyes stopped on this message, because your spirit recognized something your mind could not yet explain. This is the one you were waiting for. Pause. Reflect. Remember those nights you almost gave up, the moments your voice cracked as you whispered, God, do you hear me? He heard. Every word, every cry, every question soaked in pain. And now he is answering, not with silence, not with delay, but with fire, with an open door, but you must choose to walk through it. The angel of light warns, if they close their heart now, the miracle will pass into another's hands, but if they stay, their name will be sealed in light, and no darkness will remove it. You feel the tension in your spirit because you're standing in the middle of a decision. Do not walk away now. Do not shrink. Stay. Receive. The enemy has been working overtime to confuse you, to make you doubt your own discernment, making you second-guess what you knew in your spirit all along. But hear this, you were never wrong. You were never imagining it. That inner unease, that sudden pause, that dream that came out of nowhere, that was not fear, that was divine protection. You were never too sensitive, you were never dramatic, you were chosen, and chosen ones feel the war before anyone else even realizes there's a battle. That's why your burdens felt heavier. That's why the betrayals hit deeper, because your calling is greater. Heaven's defender is fierce now. He says, the enemy fears your next step. The darkness has tried everything to stop you because it knows what you are about to step into. The moment you say yes to heaven, chains will break, and no man, no system, no enemy can block what God is releasing. This is not about surviving. This is about receiving an inheritance. This is about legacy. Your next act of obedience will shape the generations that follow. God says, I am not late. I am not distant. I have waited for this precise second to move. And now the wait ends. The silence shatters. The blessing flows, but only to those who remain. Only to those who don't scroll away, who don't let doubt win. Let me reveal something buried deep. Before they crossed over, they whispered your name into the wind of heaven. And before they passed into light, they cried out to heaven, don't let them miss it. Don't let them lose their way. Give them a sign. This is that sign. This message is not fiction. It's their love echoing from the other side. Do you feel them now? That warmth resting on your shoulder? That memory that suddenly surfaces? That heaviness turning into tears? That is them. They're whispering, don't give up. Don't believe the lie that you're alone. I never stopped loving you. I never left in anger. I forgave you, and I am proud of who you're becoming. Let the tears fall, not as grief, but as healing. Their final prayer was that this message would find you, and heaven answered. The guardian of the gate stands now with sword lifted. This is not casual. This is sacred. This is the message meant to break what bound you. But it will only do so if you stay, if you believe. And you're still here. That means your spirit hasn't turned away. That means heaven can trust you. That means you are ready for the truth few will ever hear. Listen carefully. The next 14 days are holy. The next 7 nights will pulse with divine signals. The next 48 hours will shake something loose, a shift so undeniable you won't be able to dismiss it. This is not random. This is the alignment your soul has been aching for. The guardian angel whispers in fire, before this season ends, they will see with their own eyes. Before the next moon rises, the truth will stand in front of them. And when it comes, they will remember this message was not a story. It was a rescue. It was a divine intervention. God whispers now, I will no longer let you walk blind. I will open your eyes to what was hidden. I will restore everything that was stolen. Stay with him. Don't let your thoughts wander. Don't let your heart drift. What comes next was sealed for you. The angel of fire is stationed beside you, not to fight, but to seal your victory. The enemy is panicking, because you're still here, because you're about to hear what hell tried to keep hidden, because their time is almost up. Do you understand the weight of this? Every delay you endured, every heartbreak, every betrayal, none of it was in vain. It is now part of your testimony. It is the proof that the enemy failed. You are still here, still breathing, still believing, still moving, even when everything tried to hold you down. And now, heaven has declared, enough. The turning point is here. Look closer. The patterns that plagued you, the cycles that kept repeating those were not random, they were assignments. Darkness targeted you because of what you carry. But now, the cycle ends. Michael proclaims, "This is generational. What held your bloodline ends with you. What broke them will not break you. What delayed them will not delay you. Because you chose to believe, everything changes." That trembling in your chest? That's not anxiety. That's history being rewritten. Your decision is shifting everything, not just for you, but for your children and their children. God says, "I am not only restoring you, I am restoring your family. I am covering your children before they are born. I am blessing your hands and multiplying your peace. Every tear you shed is becoming inheritance." This is not a shallow promise. This is eternal legacy. But still, there is danger. Someone is watching with envy. Someone is speaking your name with poison when you are not present. Heaven's defender has heard every whisper. He has seen every plot. He warns, there is a Judas at your table. Their silence is more dangerous than their words. This warning is not fear, it is freedom. Because once you see clearly, you cannot be trapped again. Once you discern the spirit behind the words, they lose their power over you. And you are seeing now, you are rising now, you are stepping into what they said was impossible. And heaven is standing to its feet, because you stayed. Feel that lifting in the air? It's not emotion, it's eternity brushing against your spirit, unlocking what was sealed. That's not wishful thinking, it's the truth, cutting through the lies. It's the light of heaven breaking through the clouds of confusion. And yes, it might sting at first. Truth often does, but truth is what saves. The angel of light speaks clearly now. Tell them a choice is coming. Something will be offered that appears sweet, but is poisoned. It will look like a blessing, but carry bondage. If they say yes to it, their path will dim. If they resist, their future will blaze brighter than they ever imagined. This is why you're here. This is why your spirit pulled you to this exact moment. Because heaven did not want you walking into this unprepared. God whispers, "I will not let you be fooled. I will not let deception steal what I have ordained. That is why I sent this message. That is why you could not scroll away." Pause for a breath. Can you feel that warmth rising in your chest? That's not emotion. That's affirmation. That's the wings of angels surrounding you, the presence of Michael standing guard, and the hand of the Most High steadying your next step. You were never alone. Even in your lowest valley, you were never abandoned. They were there. And now, in this holy moment, they are revealing themselves through truth. And there is one more, the one you lost, the one your heart still aches for. They are closer now than ever before, and they whisper, "I never left you, I never gave up on you. I've walked with you through every dark night, every silent morning. I asked heaven for this chance, and now you can hear me. Don't turn away, don't let my voice fade, don't waste my prayer. Let the tears fall. They are not weakness, they are healing. They are proof that something sacred is happening right now. You stayed, you listened. And because of that, the scroll can be opened wider. The secret can be released. The miracle can finally descend. The celestial warrior smiles. Because you did not let distraction rob you. Because you trusted your spirit even when your mind was unsure. Heaven speaks, The next 48 hours are marked. Watch for the sign, watch for the number, watch for the name that repeats. When they appear, act. Do not delay. Do not second guess. Your obedience will unlock what your prayers alone could not. Your yes will bring down what your tears could never reach. This is the mystery of faith. When you believe, heaven releases. God says, "You have waited long enough, carried long enough, cried long enough. Now it's time to receive. Don't run, don't resist, just receive." You are standing in a divine moment, a portal in time. Can you feel how the air shifts around you, that pressure in your spirit? This is not emotion, this is encounter. This is the God of all creation, bending low to whisper into your soul. Stay, don't move, don't click away. This message carries the seed of your future. Heaven's defender is still at your side, sword ablaze, wings wide. And he says, they feel the heaviness because destiny is hovering. They feel the chills because eternity is brushing against their skin. They can't walk away because their name is being written in fire across the heavens. You asked, does God still see me, still care? And heaven thunders back, yes, more than you ever imagined, more than the pain that tried to convince you otherwise. If you could glimpse the tears heaven wept over your suffering, if you could hear the intercession of angels over your life, you would never doubt again. Those prayers, they are becoming miracles. The enemy tried to erase your name, tried to hijack your purpose, tried to muffle your voice, and yet you are still here. You survived the storm that was meant to drown you. You walked through the fire that was meant to consume you. You carried wounds meant to cripple you. But through it all, God carried you. The celestial warrior fought for you, and your ancestors prayed for you. And because you did not quit, the heavens have opened. A door is about to swing open, one that has been locked for years. Behind it is provision, behind it is peace, behind it is the next chapter of your calling. But before it opens, a decision awaits. Do you cling to what is familiar, or do you step into what is faithful? Do you grasp the past, or reach for the promise? The angel of light speaks with urgency. Do not let fear trap them. Do not let the voices of others lead them astray. They must walk by faith, not by sight. Trust heaven's voice over man's opinions. This is not the moment to shrink. This is the moment to rise. And yes, the truth is coming. Someone has worn a mask. Someone close, pretending to care, but secretly rooting for your downfall. They will be revealed. But hear the word of the Lord. Do not fight them. Don't waste your oil. I will fight for you. I will clear your name. I will shine the light at the right time. Your role is to stay pure, stay aligned, stay faithful. And listen once more. The one you lost, the one you love, leans even closer. Their voice carries through the veil. Do not let the lies drown you. Do not let grief bury you. I left in love. I am still loving you. Every ache you feel in the quiet moments, that's me. That's God, reminding you death isn't the end. I saw your future before I left. I saw you rise. I saw the blessing that's now knocking on your door. And I begged heaven not to rest until you received it. That is why you are here, because of love that never stopped. And because you stayed, the angels rejoice. They know you are ready. They know you can carry this truth. Heaven's warrior lifts his voice one last time. Tell them their miracle is within reach. Their breakthrough is already moving. The evidence will appear within 14 days. But there will be a test of trust. Will they believe when nothing has changed yet? Will they hold on when fear tries to whisper, it was all a dream? If you do, the blessing will not just show up, it will overflow, more than you asked, more than you hoped, more than you ever thought you deserved. And God says, This is the moment to let go of the past. This is the moment to unclench your fists. This is the moment to receive. You were never forsaken. You were never forgotten. And you will never be abandoned. You survived the storm that was meant to drown you. You walked through the fire that was meant to consume you. You carried wounds meant to cripple you. But through it all, God carried you. The celestial warrior fought for you, and your ancestors prayed for you. And because you did not quit, the heavens have opened. A door is about to swing open, one that has been locked for years. Behind it is provision, behind it is peace, behind it is the next chapter of your calling. But before it opens, a decision awaits. Do you cling to what is familiar, or do you step into what is faithful? Do you grasp the past, or reach for the promise? The angel of light speaks with urgency. Do not let fear trap them. Do not let the voices of others lead them astray. They must walk by faith, not by sight. Trust heaven's voice over man's opinions. This is not the moment to shrink. This is the moment to rise. And yes, the truth is coming. Someone has worn a mask. Someone close, pretending to care, but secretly rooting for your downfall. They will be revealed. But hear the word of the Lord. Do not fight them. Don't waste your oil. I will fight for you. I will clear your name. I will shine the light at the right time. Your role is to stay pure, stay aligned, stay faithful. And listen once more. The one you lost, the one you love, leans even closer. Their voice carries through the veil. Do not let the lies drown you. Do not let grief bury you. I left in love. I am still loving you. Every ache you feel in the quiet moments, that's me. That's God, reminding you death isn't the end. I saw your future before I left. I saw you rise. I saw the blessing that's now knocking on your door. And I begged heaven not to rest until you received it. That is why you are here, because of love that never stopped. And because you stayed, the angels rejoice. They know you are ready. They know you can carry this truth. Heaven's warrior lifts his voice one last time. Tell them their miracle is within reach. Their breakthrough is already moving. The evidence will appear within 14 days. But there will be a test of trust. Will they believe when nothing has changed yet? Will they hold on when fear tries to whisper, it was all a dream? If you do, the blessing will not just show up, it will overflow. More than you asked, more than you hoped, more than you ever thought you deserved. And God says, this is the moment to let go of the past. This is the moment to unclench your fists. This is the moment to receive. You were never forsaken. You were never forgotten, and you will never be abandoned. Father, we stand at a crossroads. Heaven has issued a final call, and we are here not by chance, but by divine design. So now we surrender. Not just our fears, not just our failures, but our future. We give you our whole selves, broken, tired, and hungry for truth. We do not resist you anymore. We do not run. We receive. We repent for every time we doubted your voice, for every moment we mistook divine protection for punishment, for every door you closed to shield us that we begged you to open. We now see it clearly. You were saving us. You were holding back what we weren't ready to carry. You were preparing us for such a time as this. O Lord, the veil is thin, the heavens are near. We feel the sacred tension between what was and what could be, and we choose you. We choose destiny. We choose obedience. We choose to walk through the open door you have set before us. Heaven's defender, defender of light, we thank you for standing guard. We thank you for roaring when we could only whisper. We thank you for wielding the sword of truth when lies surrounded us. And now, we ask that you continue to encamp around us. Let no plot of darkness prevail. Let every chain break at the sound of our yes. Lord, protect us from deception. Expose the counterfeit. Unmask every pretender. Remove what drains us and release what prepares us. Cut every soul tie that hinders and seal every connection that was ordained by heaven. We pray not only for ourselves, but for the generations tied to our obedience. Let our children be covered before they are born. Let our lineage be free from the curses that plagued those before us. Let the suffering we endured become the soil from which generational blessing springs forth. Father, let these next 14 days confirm everything you have spoken. Send signs, send dreams, repeat the names and numbers you have etched into our spirit. And when they come, give us the boldness to move. No delay, no doubt, only faith. We remember the one we lost, the one who whispered our name with their final breath. Let their love echo through our steps. Let their prayers be fulfilled in our obedience. Let their memory not bring sorrow, but strength. God, seal our name in the book of light. Let our path be illuminated by your word. Let every word spoken here take root in our spirit and bear fruit in our life. Let no lie steal what you have written. Let no distraction erase what you have spoken. And now, as the gates of heaven stand open before us, we say, yes, yes to purpose, yes to healing, yes to legacy, yes to you. In the mighty, matchless name of Jesus Christ, the risen King, we pray. Amen. Beloved, thank you for staying with this message. If this prayer stirred something deep in your spirit, if your tears have spoken louder than your words, then this was for you. Share what touched your heart in the comments below. Your testimony may awaken someone else's destiny. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Stay connected, because this is not the end. This is the beginning of your overflow. Remember, your obedience will unlock what your prayers could not. Your yes has shifted the heavens, and now your life will never be the same. Stay ready, stay aligned, stay chosen. God bless you. Until next time.